What the fuck?
Nice shirt. This thing on?
Yep. Not only is it on, but I locked myself out of the station. So I gotta go.
You locked yourself out of your house?
No, I'm at the station. So I gotta walk around. And we're live. I didn't hit the I hit the broadcast one. I throw a card in the door so I can just jump back in the office. So I gotta walk around, but I'll wait for the other knucklehead to show up.
All right.
What's weird is it says there was an error loading this app, but I think it's live. Yeah, it's me, dumbass looking fool, stuck outside. Shane's laughing. Hey man, it's live. You get all this great information, plethora of knowledge on how to screw up a YouTube channel. So like right now, all I got is a black screen on the Google that says there's an error loading your app. This app couldn't open because it didn't provide required information. So if I hit cancel, I don't know what's going to happen.
Perfect.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm not sure what to do. If I hit another button.
Live. I'm looking at.
Oh, we're live. Yeah, we are live. Yeah. You're looking at me stuck outside the office. Is what you're looking at?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at shitty internet. All right, so you want to tell them a story while I run around the station and unlock the door?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Now that is entertaining.
Yeah, and I'm a great storyteller. Not so much. Okay, so kids, once upon a time, there was a guy named Robbie who
2 minutes.
Opened a YouTube channel about 6 years ago named Pops. I don't even remember what it was called. And I found him online one day and I'm like, this looks interesting. And I can't remember what it was. It was some contest. You had to shout out 3 channels. And I was like, come across his channel and hey, this guy looks like a cool guy. He had 3 subscribers. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to shout this guy out. And ever since then, 6 years in the making, believe it or not. And Robbie and I have been pretty much awesome friends since then. So there's the story, blah, blah, blah. That was fascinating, wasn't it? How long have I been reloading? I started YouTube in 2010 and hooked up with a guy named OBX Soul Wind. and another guy named AZ Papa Les, who has a channel now that's called Papa's Place. And they pushed me into it. I've been reloading for pretty much almost 7 years now. So, yeah, those two guys, between the two of them, pretty much taught me 99% of everything I know. And they are great books of knowledge on the subject.
You're awesome.
Oh, you're more awesome.
Yeah. I can disagree with that one for sure.
Likewise.
Oh, man. That was funny. All I see is black screen. I'm looking at us on the YouTube one because that's the only one running. I think I'm going to have to celebrate with some iced tea. Whew.
Meanwhile, it's exactly an hour later than I told you 15 minutes.
I know. We should probably cut it short. Coda Boy, though, he's not understanding the whole if you have all the powder alarms and all that shit, which only cost a few extra bucks, it's definitely worth it.
So worth it.
Yeah.
It's insurance. I mean, it's you know, like the Dillon, any of the Dillon powder alarms work with pretty much all of their stations, and it's like $60, and it's total insurance. Why not have it?
Because you originally got rid of the 650 and gave it to Pop, or not gave it to him, but he got it, and then you went with the 1050, right?
I already, shit, I can't remember at this point. I think I had already purchased a 1050 and had a 1050 with the 650, and then I decided I wanted to get another 1050, and then sold Pop the 650 to get the next 1050. And I'm like, the only reason I have them, I mean, it's ultimate laziness. I have a large primer reloader and a small primer reloader. So that's the only reason I have two of them. You don't need two of them. Nobody needs two of them, but it's just handy if you can get that.
Yeah, you don't have to change out the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, changing the setting for small primer to large primer in a 1050 it takes literally 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
But
the thing, pull it out, put it back in.
Yeah, it's just a little powder bar that you scoot out and put the new one in and twist a thing, and you're done.
Genius, yeah. Now, are you finding yourself where the shell comes down and there's that black piece of plastic? Are you noticing yourself where the shell's coming in? Are you wearing those out, or they're breaking? I've seen a few videos where some guys have modified it a little bit.
Are you talking about the case feeding, the thing that the case feeder tube plugs into, the thing that indexes it? Yeah,
that's black and plastic.
No, those things are actually different colors depending on what caliber you're loading.
Okay.
But no, I've never broken one.
Got it. Yeah, because I was looking at the 650 thing, and that would be fine. But it is nice to have the extra stages. But then I'm like, well, not to say that I don't shoot that much. I mean, when it comes to rifle stuff, I don't shoot much rifle.
To be honest with you, the 1050 and the 650, the amount of ammo you can reload over the course of an hour isn't very substantial. It's when you get into calibers that require swaging, like 308 and 223, all the military crimp brass type stuff. That's where it comes in handy, because you don't have to swage it, because the 1050 has a built-in swaging station. So as you're cranking the handle down, the second station, you have the resizing die. The second station that brass will pass through is the swager, and you change the swaging die based on a large primer or small primer, and it'll open up that pocket if it's been swaged. And that saves a ton of time. If you You ever tried to sway or prime crimped brass?
I have that little.
It gets cruddy.
I have that stupid little machine where you put each 223 in. And
yeah. The 1050 takes all that out of it, and you can buy a swager, you know, for $100 or shit. I don't know what they cost, but you know, all these things. You know, Codaboy was like $650, or you want me to spend $1,800? You know, all these little tiny things add up. And like I was telling you, you can get a 650 plus all the crap that you need to load rifle or crimped brass. For it, I mean, literally, it costs about somewhere between $1,600–1,700. Or you can spend $1,800 and get a 1050, and it comes with all the shit.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, for anybody and everybody who doesn't know me or is not familiar with SoCal or any of my YouTube channels, I don't work for Dylan. I'm not getting paid by Dylan. It's just life experience. And it's the only reloader that I'm really familiar with.
And that cat can drink some damn moniker, Jay Walker, whatever it's called. Anyway, my biggest thing was this evening was to talk to the man himself and go, all right, I'm a Joe Blow loading 9mm on a single stage. My next step in the next 12 months is to start really stepping up my production. I want to move into a 45 and a 223. How do I do that, and at what cost? What initial investment am I going to be incurring into that? And God bless America, if you could tell me in a Joe Blow scenario how to do that in a very 1, 2, 3 steppage environment, you would be a millionaire.
Yeah. What you're asking for is how do you fry an egg in the least amount of time? And there's like 27 different utilities you can use to do that. Just depends on how much you want to spend.
I want to know how to do it over easy. I want to know how to do it in sunny side up, and I want to know how to do it in a hard-boiled fashion, all in the same machine. And that's the difficulty when you start talking about people like me.
How many do you want to make in an hour? What's your hour worth?
That is the question. Because right now I have nothing but time. I have time on my side. So say, for instance, I have all that brass that I collected from Farmageddon, plus another 50 pounds. I go and I buy 1,000 bullets with 1,000 primers, and I have powder from before. So I can now, I buy this little sensible little charger thing. It's going to, when I pull the thing down, it's going to expand. Relax, SoCal. This is going to stress you out. So what I do is I'm going to press this primer thing down. It's going to expand the casing, and it's going to charge it at the same time. Yeah, I know. You people just didn't know how to express yourself. Anyway, I put it up. So I could probably reload myself, wait for it, about 100 rounds in 40 minutes, 30 minutes. Busting ass. I know. Man, look at his face. He's just, poor kid. He's looking at me like.
Well, SoCal's he's making 650 of those in that same 45 minutes.
He's taking 300 blackout, making $1,000 a minute on them, refabbing them brass casings. And you know what? Here's the whole thing. I'm looking at it from a dumb situation. From me, and I want to take in the next 2.5, 3.5 years. All right, let's just say that election time. Let's all face it. This is what it is. Election time. I want to take 9mm, and I want to turn that into 20,000 rounds. For you, that's 20 minutes. For me, the general population, that's not 20 minutes. How do we do that?
All right, let's back up like 5 minutes in your conversation. I know tons of reloaders, and I always see what happens to them. I've seen Pop's Quest do it. I've seen my buddy AZ Papa Les do it. I've seen Buckrun 11 do it. And these guys have been reloading for over 25 years each. They have literally nearly 100 years of reloading experience between them. And they all now have the fastest reloading machines that are available within their budgets. And I'm telling you, if you have the means to do it and have maybe a week's worth of patience to learn how to use the machine, you're well better off just getting the cream of the crop and throw into it.
I don't want to interrupt you. You mentioned that one thing. Patience.
It's not like patience where you're learning to do brain surgery from a handbook. It's more like
I'll give you an example.
Learning to rebuild your 226. You know, your SIG 226. It's a labor of love. It's nothing that's going to break your heart or wear you out. It's going to be an obsession, and you're going to enjoy every second of it.
Coda, it's just like you did with your single stage press. You're going to go the one, you're going to sit there and do it, and then you're going to take it out. No powders in there, no primers are in there, no nothing. This is at least the way I do it. Right. And you're going to set up the calibers, and you're going to be, okay, put it back in there. So now you get to the next stage and say you're going to seat a bullet, right? And you're going to seat it real high, so you're going to have it cranked way up. You're going to put it in there, test the calibers, put it back in the same one, crank the caliber or down a little bit more. You're going to keep doing that, and that's like 10, 20 minutes tops. And by the time you get all the way around, you're going to have that thing perfectly set up, so you're just like, you don't have to dick with it again. Like SoCal, he can take off his freaking plate on top, and nothing. No, he doesn't have to mess with any of this again.
Well, I understand that. It's like going from the bushing to the plate. I mean, it's the same aspect.
Yeah. So like,
what I'm looking at, I'm trying to bring the beginner, like me.
Okay. Hey, I was a beginner like you, and I didn't start with a single stage. I started with a 650. And the thing that people get wrong is they get all excited about the fact that, yeah, 650 does all these things. But I tell you what, when you learn how to use it, just like a 1050, just like any other progressive press, you don't have to stick 5 shells or 10 shells on the plate at once. Put one on.
Yeah.
Just crank the handle. And it works just like 5 single stage presses all in a row. Except you don't have to pick up the shell plate or the case off the thing and move it to each station. It does it automatically. You get all your tool heads dialed in. You get comfortable with the way it feels. Maybe put 2 on at a time, then maybe 4 on. And then pretty soon, you feel the way the machine is working. And OBX, I know he told you the same thing. It's a feeling. You get to know, you get to learn the machine. You can hear it. You can feel the way when you pull the handle, every single little thing that's happening as you're pulling that handle down and pushing it back up. You get to know it. And pretty soon you're cranking, 800 rounds an hour. And you can do the same thing. You can do almost the same on a 650. You can get maybe 600, 700 around an hour. But like I said to Rick earlier, when you want to start doing the military brass that you start picking up off the ground, that swaging station and number 2 is priceless for 3 reasons, like Pop would say. The first is, remember I was telling you about the 45 caliber that has small primer pockets? You try to stuff a large primer in a small primer pocket, it's surprising sometimes. the amount of fire and noise that comes out of your machine. The swaging station will find that, and the machine will bind and keep you from fucking yourself up. The second bonus is speed. You know, speed is everything when you want a machine that you want to hurry up and make a bunch of money, or not money, but ammo. And the third is being able to say, I got a swager built into my machine. I don't have to dick with buying another $100 or $200 thing that's going to cost me another 3 seconds or 5 or 10 seconds per round to have to take the shell off, stick it in another machine and crank a handle and then put it in a thing and clean it again and all that. It's huge time savings. It saves your ass. And I don't know.
So I got a question about media. I like wet tumbling better.
I've never tried it.
Wet tumbling?
Well, no, that's not true. I've tried not the stainless steel media like Robbie does, but the ultrasonic cleaning I've done.
Oh, gotcha.
That works pretty well.
That's the one thing I want to do is I'm going to get involved in the wet tumbling with the stainless steel pins. And Rob kind of steered me in the direction with this again. Hey guys, I'm going to have to cut out 1:32 my time.
All right, man.
Got a little man here sitting beside me, but we're on vacation. I'm going to be divorced twice in the morning. But,
all right, buddy. We'll get going here soon, too. I know SoCal's
See you, brother. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Happy vacation.
Hey, listen, I'm probably going to do a cooking show with full-on strapped equipment. Battle carrier with the. I just want some input from you. You know, is this yay or nay? You know, don't want to cook prime rib with a full-blown AR strapped to your back, AK-47, that kind of thing. Because that's the AdSense. We're looking for the AdSense.
Oh, hell yeah, we're looking for it.
Cute puppies and cooking and AKs.
Puppies, cooking, and boom boom with gayness.
Yeah,
that's right.
And gender fluidity.
Banana hammock and AKs. That's how you cook.
You guys be good, man. Take care.
Now go on.
See you, man.
Well, and then having a progressive, when you're limited to time, like your wife's like, she runs to the store and you need to make ammo because you're going to shoot soon. Like you can blast out of 200 rounds and like that, right? So that's definitely a reason to have something that's a little faster.
Like I said, once you have the progressive press and you know how to work it, the slowest thing is feeding it primers, literally.
Yeah. Do you have that? Do you have the thing where you just pour the thing in and it flips them over and feeds the tube for you?
Yeah, I have a couple of them.
Man, you got all the good shit.
I'm lazy, man. Anything to make it easy.
I know. My son likes doing the primer, so I'm like, yes. So I'm like, here you go, man. And he'll shake them and fucking
Yeah, well, you got a monkey. I don't have a monkey. I don't have any children. I elected not to reproduce. I knew what I was like as a child. I didn't want to make more of them.
Yeah, I tell you what. Some days it's a lot of work.
And there's that.
Yeah, and it's expensive to have that hobby.
Yeah, there's that too.
And then they drive. Then they want to start driving.
Then they want to go to college. Then they want more money. Yeah,
I know.
Exactly.
I'm like, man, you guys know how many guns I could have bought with all the bullshit I had to put up with you guys? All this volleyball tournaments and bullshit. That's all right, though. When I get old, they're going to hopefully change my diaper. Figure it's only fair.
Yeah, I'm not. See, there's a problem. When I get old, I'm going to die penniless and, crippled in my own house with nobody to feed me.
Just put me in your wheel, SoCal, so I can end up with your 1050s.
as a 97-year-old man. Good luck with that.
You'd be like, "Ugh, my back.
You know, nothing. You know, I didn't reload 308 until later in my reloading career, I guess, for lack of a better word. I did 9mm 45 and 223 for like 2 or 3 years, and then I started. You know, I got a Scar 17, and then I got what are they, M1As and SIG SGS 3000 or SSG 3000, and I started reloading 308, and that shit'll wear you out. You got to pull on that handle to get those things resized. Those things are heavy.
Yeah.
Resizing those 308s is way different than 223.
I couldn't imagine when Rob was doing the 50 cal BMG shit.
Well, those things, you need like you said, you need a breaker bar.
And that's probably single stage shit too, huh? He doesn't have a progressive for that thing, does he?
I don't know of a progressive press that does 3 or 50.
I don't even see why you'd even want one.
I mean, you carry the powder around in like a milk jug. It's like you resize it, and then you prime it, and then you have like this bucket.
Big funnel.
And you're like shaking it. Come on, let's go. All right, there's 700 grains of powder.
Exactly.
Then you have a crane come in and drop the bullet on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I had a Cobra land in right down that we were sitting at the fire station yesterday, and I'm like, man, those guys are running low because they fly from Pendleton to 29 Palms, and they usually always flying over our heads, you know. And I'm like, fuck, that guy's low. And I was thinking it was a what is that called? Not a Black Hawk,
Apache or
Apache. Yeah, I was thinking it was an Apache. So it's flying, all of a sudden it starts getting lower, and then it goes behind these oak trees, and I'm like, where the fuck? That's in a field. Well, they ended up having these gauges. Some gauge went out, mechanical gauge or some shit, so they landed it. But I drove over there, and it was pretty cool. They're like, let me. But they have a 20mm electric ignited primers. I thought that was pretty badass. No, it wasn't an Apache. It was a Cobra, because I guess the Apache has 4 blades. He was telling me, but it's amazing how thin those things are.
The new Super Cobras have 4 blades as well on their rotors.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
And it was so narrow. I was like, damn, I can understand why. You know, it's harder to hit, but I was like, that's freaking badass. So I got pictures of it, standing by it and shit. They're pretty cool though.
Those things are badass. I live about 15 miles north of Pendleton, and when I'm at my mom's house, she lives about 10 miles south of me, and when I'm at her house, you can hear them doing all kinds of cool stuff. Hear artillery going off and whatnot.
Check that out.
Oh, it doesn't have 2 blades.
No, it's just 2.
Yeah, that's a Cobra. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, that's fucking badass. They even got a picture of the, you can see the rifling in the barrels of the front, the machine gun part. I was like, damn. Yeah, look at these poor guys. They're like, fuck.
Crap, now what do we do? It was
now
nice.
What do we do?
They set it up. At least they got their rotor in check and got it all lined up. And
yeah, they put the strap on it and shit. They had nothing better to do. They sat there till today at 1 o'clock. So they spent the night there. Their mechanic, I guess, they brought a van at least, so they had somewhere to sleep. But you know, they got to stay by their shit, I guess. But I'm all, where's your gun and stuff? He's all, no, we don't carry all that stuff unless we, you know, we're overseas or something. I figured they at least had their. He was cool though. I'm all, is this the FLIR and this, that? And he's all, yeah, this is that. Check this out. And he's showing me all the shit.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I got mad respect for the Marine Corps for sure.
Yeah, they were cool. For sure. Well, cool. I know it's getting late for you guys. Or you guys.
Yes.
I know you're looking at your clock going, I need to go to bed.
Yeah, I should have been to bed probably 2 hours ago, but it was fun nonetheless. I haven't done one of these in years. So it was cool. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. I'm going to run through. You can jump off if you want. You want to say anything, but I'm going to go over everybody's name here. I told them I'd do that. We got to yapping.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for everybody in the side chat there. I really haven't been paying attention. Just sometimes you get to blabbing and it's just fun.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's the thing that TR did tonight was probably the best one I've ever seen. That was friggin' awesome. That was hilarious. Some of the side chat was hilarious too. But anyway, thanks for listening to me yapping, and watch barbecue videos. Go to Big Meat Sunday. Check it out.
Did you type anything in there so those guys can go over to your channel?
Well, it's just like it's spelled, just like it sounds. Big Meat Sunday. Meat is MEAT. So yeah, check it out.
Nice.
And
well, cool,
yeah.
And then what about your other channel?
Well, yeah, I got 3 other channels. Other than that, I got SoCal Preppers, and then there's WTF SoCal, which I'm logged in as now here. And then if you're into ham radio and geeky shit like computers, ham radio, communications, HF radio, UHF, VHF, you know, bullshit like that, that would be no SHTF, all one word. Check that out too. I'm a man of many ridiculous obsessions.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you showing up. I'll give some love out to the external here.
All right, guys. I'm going to go to bed. I have to be at work in like 3 hours. Not quite 3, but yeah.
All right, get some sleep, brother.
All right. Thanks for having me on, brother. Take care, you guys.
All right, you guys, I appreciate you showing up. Let me go over the list here. We got Shane Lucky. Great dude. Go check out his stuff as well. Man, he's a cool supporter. He's always commenting on my channels. He actually bought a shirt from my store. That's probably the first shirt that's been bought besides the one I bought to check it out. ZPD Survival. Appreciate you showing up. We got Brian J 123458. Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for showing up, Brian. We got Stealing Logs. That man's got some guns, and he knows how to cut down trees, unlike me. So I appreciate that. He was giving me more shit when I knocked my tree down on my house. But hey, I was trying to make a prepper video on wood. Didn't end up that way, but I did have the camera available, and it got most of it me dropping the tree on the house, which sucks. But the wife didn't kill me, so I'm good, I guess. We got Prepper to Endure. Thanks for showing up. And that looks like it. You guys did a lot of commenting, but you guys have an awesome night. It's probably morning for most of you guys. It's 10:44 here Pacific time. So with that said, you guys got anything? If not, I'm gonna head on out of here. I can smell a lie like a fart in the car. What, on the tree falling on the house? Trust me, I didn't want the tree to fall on the house. There wouldn't be enough YouTube money to keep my wife from being excited about that to happen. So you guys have a great one. Thanks for showing up again. I know we had some fumbles there in between this chat and the last one, but you guys are awesome. So thank you guys very much. Like, share, and subscribe, and which most of you already are. So I appreciate that as always. And take care. It's getting late. We should all go to bed. See you guys.